Welcome to Module 3, Lesson 2. Our I can statement is, I can identify and represent multiplicative and additive comparison problems. So in the last lesson, we focused on multiplicative comparison problems. This time we're also going to look at additive. So we know we're going to be using multiplication and adding to solve comparison problems. The big thing we're going to have to pay attention to in this lesson is to know when we're using a multiplicative comparison versus an additive comparison. Chanel makes a hexagon using 6 toothpicks. Rachel uses 2 more toothpicks than Chanel to make a shape. Leo uses 2 times as many toothpicks as Chanel to make a shape. Use a visual model to show the number of toothpicks Chanel, Rachel, and Leo each use. Okay, so first I'm going to start with labeling. I've got Chanel, Rachel, and Leo. All right, the one that it tells us is how many Chanel uses. And Chanel's making a hexagon, so they use 6 toothpicks. It tells us that Rachel is going to use 2 more toothpicks than Chanel. So we know that Rachel's going to use 6 toothpicks plus the 2 more to make it. Leo uses 2 times as many as Chanel. So we know Chanel uses 6, and Leo uses 2 times as many as 6. So now we need to solve. How much does each person use? Well, we know that Chanel uses 6 toothpicks. If Rachel uses 2 more than 6, Rachel uses 8 toothpicks. And Leo uses 2 times as many. So Leo uses 12 toothpicks. So let's go ahead and label these comparisons because we have 2 different types of comparisons we used. For Rachel's comparison, she used 2 more. Okay, this is an additive comparison. Okay, we use that idea of 2 more. We're adding on 2 to the original number that Chanel had. And then if we look at Leo's comparison, it's 2 times as many, right? We used 2 groups here. This is an example of our multiplicative comparison. Okay, so we can see the difference here. If we were to write an equation for Rachel, it would be the original 6 plus 2 more would equal 8. And if we were to write an equation for Leo, it would be 2 times as many as the original 6 that we started with and would equal 12. Okay, additive comparison and multiplicative. Maria makes a peacock with 8 feathers. Simon uses 4 more feathers than Maria. How many feathers does Simon use? Complete the bar model to show the problem. Write an equation to model the problem. All right, so over here, we have Maria and Simon. Okay, we know that Simon's is the one with the variable n because we don't know how many feathers Simon uses. That's what we're trying to find. We do know that Maria uses 8 feathers. Now over here, it's showing us that more, right? Well, how many more does Simon use than Maria? Simon uses 4 more feathers. So in order to find what Simon uses, N, we noted that it's the 8 Maria used plus 4 more. So Simon uses 12 feathers. Right, so which kind of comparison was this? I want you to go ahead and label it. Pause the video and determine, is this a multiplicative comparison or is this an additive comparison? All right, and let's check. This problem used an additive comparison. We were looking at how many more somebody had. Desiree uses 4 times as many feathers as Maria. How many feathers does Desiree use? Okay, so we're going to complete it again. Okay, we have Maria and we have Desiree. Okay, we know from the problem before that Maria uses 8 feathers. Desiree uses 4 times as many as Maria. So 4 times as many as the 8 feathers Maria uses. So 4 times as many as the 8 feathers is going to be how many Desiree uses. So Desiree uses 32 feathers. Go ahead and pause. Determine, is this an additive comparison or is this a multiplicative comparison? Right, and let's check. This is a multiplicative comparison. It is talking about times as many. Ming mixes 2 cups of red paint with white paint. She uses 4 more cups of white paint than red paint. How many cups of white paint does Ming use? Is this an additive or multiplicative comparison problem? Explain how you know without solving. Is this question asking us to solve? No. What the second part of this question is asking us to do is to determine, is this additive or is this a multiplicative comparison? And it's actually asking us to explain how we know without solving it. So let's think about this. We have Ming and the red paint and the white paint. Okay, Ming is going to use 2 cups of red paint. Do we know how much white paint Ming uses? We don't, do we? But we know that Ming will use 4 more cups of white paint than of red paint. So in order to find the amount of white paint, what would we have to do? We would have to add those 4 cups to the 2 cups. So is this additive or multiplicative? This is an additive comparison problem. And why? Because it's talking about 4 more cups, not 4 times as many. That would look different. If we said that she used 4 times as many cups of white paint as red, then our problem would look like that. 4 times as many. But the problem is an additive comparison. It's 4 more cups.